It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay, Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
We did it, guys.
Boom.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Big fucking boom, motherfucker. How is the book tour going? I know you've been busy.
There are some amazing people out in this world, I'll tell you, and 99% of them are in our chat. Really, but
Yeah.
there's that many nice people out there.
I've known that for a while. I don't have to say that just by reading the chat and all the people all the people chipping in with their comments and throwing money at us and helping the channel go and sticking with us.
People staying behind. Like, look at the people today. We already got people this morning.
Yeah.
We just hit go, right? And there's people watching us.
Must have alerts on it like I do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but no, people take the time to hit that click, to click that button and come and watch us, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
So we were talking off before we came on about the interviews that the Meek Alberts did last night, and you made a good point, man. How many times did they mention John's name? And I haven't watched it yet. So you haven't heard it either, right?
What I did hear is about me, I.
Yeah. And that's what hey, shout out, thanks RVA.
Wow.
Yeah. So Higgins wasn't in the interview, Colin wasn't in the interview, just Chris Albert, and then Brian, Nicole, Jen, Maddie. And from what I gathered from the clips that I saw, and it's on Twitter, you can see it now. I don't think it's been aired yet, or it aired last night. It's about them. They wanted to get out in front of
always has been.
They care so much what people think about them and how it's going to affect their lives and what they've been through. Like, are you that narcissistic that you think you're actually going to put this on TV right now? Wow.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Remember when Julie Nagel, and this is kind of beating a dead horse, but remember when Julie Nagel was waiting for her brother?
Right. Dana,
yeah.
Whoever, yeah.
They were coming to pick her up. Oh, why? Thank you, Irony of the Land of the Lost. Good morning, guys. Love you both for your great coverage. Do it for you guys.
So they were trying to pick her up. Yep.
You would think, listen, he's going to text her, listen, I'll be there in a minute. Or I'm here. Or get ready.
He did.
He texted his sister?
Yeah, I'm here.
And what did she do?
She walked out. I mean, she just literally walked out, didn't text him back, saw her out, and walked right out the door.
Put a jacket on, obviously, right?
Of course she did.
It's snowing out, right?
Yeah.
Everything was covered with snow?
Not yet. Started to. Yeah.
How can she not see John?
Oh, fuck, dude.
There's no, it's fucking a physical impossibility not to see the guy. He's like, she's there. She's like, is that my brother? No,
she fucking
is that my brother walking up to the house? He's got the same build, kind of, just a little, maybe smaller, but like, is he walking in to come and get me?
Yeah.
Or am I already outside? Which means, wait a minute, I'm outside when that first car pulls up.
Well, she got taken over by Devers. That girl is evil.
They're all fucking drinking buddies.
Yeah, evil.
Same
person.
circle of people, guy. Same
You know
circle.
what the juror said in the interview with Jeff Machado, that what was the most untrustworthy witness?
Yeah, something like
And
that.
she said it was Devers.
Yep.
And God forbid the community that she polices, she's carrying a badge and gun. I was like, what the fuck? She came across so vile and so upset and pissed off that she was there that it upset her. And the other thing was that she could see Buchanan, clenching his fist while in the juror seat. In the witness seat. Clenching his fist when Alan Jackson was crossing him. He was that pissed off. So that resonated. But the one thing that resonated the most there was Kelly Devers, how she came and how concerned she was with the fucking Commonwealth having a girl like that with a badge and a gun. I had to sit back in my seat and go, that's what you took. And that was juror number 11, right? I think it was juror number 11.
Yep.
And I was like, wow.
The petty
And
paralegal.
that she's not talking about Ocker, how their visual effect really sold it. Again, we didn't have that in trial 1. You did not have a visual presentation in
I
trial
think
1.
trial 1 was set. There was nothing fixed. The
Yes.
fix was
Yes.
in trial 1 from day 1.
Yeah, the fix was
I don't
in.
think going back. I don't
Yeah.
think it would help
You're
us.
1,000% right.
But
They
it
tried
would have
the
been
first
nice
time.
to still. I like the visuals that they put up.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
She said
made
she said Devers really set her up. She's concerned about the Commonwealth. I'm like, what? Now that's the girl that was around me, that was walking around circling me one of my times on Christmas Eve. Fucking wacko.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm glad she's out of Canton. Happy as a pig in shit to watch everybody celebrate.
Yep.
It's really emotional for me. You were there. Tell us what you thought. What was going through your mind? What were you thinking? I don't know if you went over this with Nan yesterday or what. I didn't watch anything yesterday.
It's funny. When I was talking to Nan yesterday, it was like triggering me.
Yeah.
And the stuff I didn't even realize. Like
You forgot you saw it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mike, I went right downhill.
Yeah.
Like I was going right to sleep right as I was sitting here, and I couldn't stop it. It was just it was that emotion that just kind of, and I could feel myself just falling off the cliff. And I'm like, listen, we're cutting this short. I gotta go. I can't be here. It was
I know you. I felt like I saw you doing it, and then I think you read a stream afterwards or whatever happened, and I was like, man, you must be fucking exhausted.
So wiped out, and it just
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
Then you were out Thursday. You were doing fucking with Broken Baker, Reddington, and then another. I was like, dude, chill the fuck out, dude. I got to the water, man. I gotta get away.
Yep.
Back where we came from. I was like, out paddleboarding. Went into I slept, got to bed early, and I'm still. I don't think it's fully like in there, because you can't just walk away from 2.5 years, 3 years of life like that.
It just doesn't stop like that. No.
It's like breaking up with your girlfriend way back when you were younger. You still have feelings.
Yeah, it takes a while for that to go away. That's kind of where I'm at.
I love you, but I know I got to move on. But I still love you.
Yep.
You break up with me or I break up with you. We still have like the
it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to go away. That's all.
I'm sorry I cheated. I cheated. I'm a bad guy.
However it was, yeah. No, totally understand that. That makes all the sense in the world to me, dude.
Easy to
Absolutely.
think of it, put it in that perspective. Like those are the emotions I feel, because I have a lot of love for this, and a lot of people do. I'm not the only one, and I was trying to how do I I've never felt this way before about anything. I've ever been really standouts, filming, broadcasting, and now it's like this emotional boom.
Yep.
How do I get a death in the family?
Nan was talking about that. There's certain stages of grieving that we all got to go through with this.
Right. And I think I'm still in the middle of it, but so bear with me. Yeah, we got each other. That's right.
Talk about that, really.
And the jurors that are coming out and talking on the doorsteps, you know, this just someone knocked
Listen,
on the door, right? Someone knocked on the juror's door and asked them a question, and they answered the door and asked a question. What is this, old school media now? This is great because they're not asking for a protection order. They're not being, you know,
how
under
they,
the law.
yeah. No witness intimidation charges.
Nothing.
Nothing with the juror, like influencers. Nothing.
Nothing.
Because
They're
after
like,
they're released, they're normal people.
They're like, come.
Yep.
I'll give you what you want. And here is, I don't know if you
You're
watch
going to hear a lot more now because they all knew the case was such a high profile case. Did you hear what freaking Kate Peters doing?
I heard she's doxing people or something. Or
dude, you ready?
I don't give her any weight, dude.
That lady that did the juror that did the interview recently, the female juror.
Yeah.
She's from
the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an immigrant.
Yeah. She Brazil.
Yeah. She came here legally.
4 kids. Yep. 4 kids. Yep.
Love her. Now listen, Kate found out who she was, went onto her Facebook, and copied every single person who she's friends with.
Yeah.
And took all those names, and now she's gonna send them to the district attorney, and try and get the curly hair juror.
Oh, trying to see if she talked about the
She's gonna say that she was biased going in, and she lied on her form.
It's
who is she to do that freaking work? Do we need to? Someone should be on her butt. We need to get somebody who can like counter that on and do it the right way, because this can't be allowed. That girl got to stop her friggin' life. Do something. Find a knitting club, dude. Do something.
I agree with you, but that girl has nothing to hide. She's got nothing to hide.
No. I'm talking about Kate.
I know, but the juror has.
Oh, the juror's fine. Oh yeah, no.
Fuck Kate. I don't give her
trying to make something out of nothing, which is what that's all they can do, Mike. No. They fake this tragedy, like, oh my god, the horror, to make you look at them, and it's nothing. It's just look at me, look at me, look at me. That's all it is, Mike. Look at me over here. Look at me, I'm gonna scream so much over here. That's all that is, Mike. That's all that is.
I don't have any time for that kind of person in my life. I have too much to do on the good side, right?
Put up or shut up. Most people shut up.
Like, I've actually forgot about her. I know, but other people can't because of what she's done to people, Turtle Boy, other people. Yeah, I get that, but I don't have any skin in that game. I'll support Turtle Boy 1,000% and not give any weight to a woman that gives up her 2 children. I'll stop right there. That just tells you everything I need to know. You give up your children, I'm good to go. I don't need friends like you in my life. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Who needs a friend like that?
She's not nice. She's not nice in any
like,
way whatsoever.
Right. So I've moved on past her. I moved on long ago. I'm more concerned with the jurors, and I know hope that the black guy with the gold chain comes up, man, because I would love to fucking hear what he has to say. And Aiden was like, he saw him smiling at the reads. That's when Aiden kind of knew everything was going to be all right.
Yeah.
And the emotion inside of the courtroom, I can't imagine how fucking fast the heartbeat. But I had a really good feeling. I know I got off the stream and I went downstairs just to be alone. Because I don't know. I had to be alone. I couldn't sit here and do it with you. I'm up there. Yeah. You were there. You were caught up, and I was trying to tell you guilty on OUI. You're like, what? I'm like, guilty on OUI. You can't even hear me.
There was no listen that Mike.
I know.
You couldn't hear anything.
So Aiden's stream, right? He's playing it, right? And they're going through the charges. All of a sudden, you hear you guys outside just go, like it was like being at a fucking home run for a fucking Fenway game.
Mike,
bounce up both buildings.
Yes.
The noise had nowhere to go. And it was, I get goosebumps just now just thinking about it.
Absolutely, Mike. I've seen
many games in your life. You've been to many games in your life, right? This is better than a Game 7 Stanley Cup.
Mike, that you know how when you get that vibe and everybody's in sync.
Oh yeah.
Like it makes it's different. It's not just people screaming and yelling. Everyone's screaming and yelling in sync, right?
It was unbelievable.
It was in waves. It was coming in waves because people like they would scream as loud as they could, and then they would stop and take their breath and then scream again. And it was magical, dude. It was, and when they moved you knew something was up when they started blocking the street off. Remember I told you that?
Oh yeah, I was watching up that. I said, "Oh shit!" They're pulling the cars out, and they
Yep.
moved the pedestrian
going on,
gates
remember?
forward. And I'm like, Tom, they're getting ready for something big here. And you were jumping down, you went down front. I was like, that's when right around then is when I logged off, and I kept on yelling to you, guilty on OUI, and you couldn't hear me, but then you heard me, and you told like two people next to you, and all I could hear through the crowd was like guilty, like it was going it just went like a viral fucking. Everybody had their phones out, watching the show, going through it, like, oh my god, it was like the technology today and the information that's provided to you and how you consume it is incredible.
So
It's just incredible. Oh yeah, I know. Everybody was like, yeah, like smoking in the bathroom was out again. I heard all that. Like, I was nervous, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I
no,
was
Mike,
nervous.
we all were. I think everybody was nervous, Mike.
And to
Because
hear
we were-
that juror number 11 say, juror number 11 said, I went in there with an open mind. I had no idea. And then halfway, the Devers did it for me, she said. And she knew the FBI came out because of Devers.
Yes, thank God, right?
Yes. So these are all spanky witnesses.
Well,
These are supposed to be for the prosecution. I
again,
misremembered. I'm like, what? And to have, and the irony of it all is to have the Turtle Boy not be around for most of the, not invited to the press room because he didn't win the lottery, but he's there for the ending. How cinematic is that? And then he announces the movie deal within 2 hours after that. I'm like, this is fucking karma. And John DePietro backing up and breaking a taillight, karma. Resistance to whatever coming down and giving you shit, karma. Like it all came together that day.
all the good came out and all the bad came out. We could see all the bad clear as day. It's right in front of us.
Yeah.
See the good though, right?
You make your own mind up. We're not going to tell you anymore. We're going to show you. And that to me, a picture says 1,000 words. Well, fucking man, we ate 1 billion words that day. There was so many great people there next to you, Tom, and Chanton, and
Yep. There was so many people that were crying.
I saw. Yeah,
really,
yeah.
it was really personal to them. Like it was really intense.
Well, if they're anything like us, 2.5 years, 2 years, a year and a half of your life, it's a long time.
Yeah.
And you're eating that media up, and you're doing your thing, and you're trying to relate it to somebody else who really maybe is not invested as you. So you find your people, right? You find the people that know what they're doing and talking about, and you gravitate towards them. That's
right.
What we saw in Dedham.
Yep.
We saw a gravity of people from across Massachusetts, across the country, because people from Nevada and Missouri and Mississippi, they had to find their people that were like them.
Right. Yep.
And they were in Dedham, and they found them. And they'll never forget that. You'll never see something like that again. You started OJ.
Yeah.
We all know about OJ.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
He lost his silver case.
We all knew where we were.
We knew what he did, but you couldn't prove it, right? This is completely opposite. Not one juror said, we knew what she did, but we just couldn't prove it. No, they didn't prove shit.
Right. They couldn't.
No, it didn't happen.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. Is it a video? I'm trying to find one of the oldest videos I have of when Karen first got there, the first trial.
I have the picture of her. I tweeted it the other day of her in handcuffs going to Stoughton.
Yep.
I have a picture of that. It's fucking crazy. And all the kudos to the Reeds.
Oh, yes.
Tom and I talk about every day. Imagine waking up with that.
They don't have to do that now, Mike.
Stoic. Yeah, and if it hasn't hit us yet, imagine when it's going to hit them. Mr. Reed might be on the golf course in 3 months from now and be like, what the fuck? Sit in the cart, just sit back in his cart, have a cup of coffee, watching the sun come up or whatever, and be like, did that really just happen? Did my family just go through all that? How much closer they are, how much more connected they are, how much more life he has in his life right now. God chose them because they could handle it.
Yep.
God don't give you anything you can't handle. He chose them. Chose Karen. Chose those attorneys.
Thank God, right? Because I mean, who else could do that, right?
No, I don't know anybody. I could not do it. I wouldn't have done it. Couldn't have
Oh.
done it. I would have been in an orange jumpsuit, but I would have been fucking pissed
Yep.
off. Lucky would have taken the fall. You know what I mean? This town that I live in, Kin, would still be a clusterfuck. You know, nothing would have changed. But, you know, we have protesters standing out still in front of Chris Albert's shop saying he needs to resign. That's still going on. There's
It
no
has
quit
to.
he's got, you know.
It has to go
Not
on.
gonna quit. And you know the other thing too is that Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, when he
Mhm.
won the Western Conference Finals and he was going to the World Championship, and they were up 2-0, and they're like, and they won the 2 games at home. But he's sitting in the press conference. He's like, he had this look on his face like, we're not done yet.
Right.
We still gonna
That's right.
win two.
Yeah,
Win 2 more.
it was more coming, and you could see it.
Right? Yeah, we'll keep celebrating all you want, but we need to get justice for John. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. We did first part. Let's fucking celebrate. But you know what? Let's get to work. Let's get going again, and let's get on this John O'Keefe and solve the murder of John O'Keefe, a Boston police officer. Enough.
Yeah. No. Listen, I got a couple things I want to play. Do you mind?
No, go ahead, Bob.
Check this one out. I got tons of this stuff too. So let's just start here. This is only 4 minutes long.
There's Spanny and Bukaki. Tully.
Aiden,
Resign!
right up front.
You are a disgrace to the badge! A disgrace to the Massachusetts
They
State
knew,
Police!
Tommy. They knew the
Hold
whole
your head
time.
in shame!
Pause that for- They knew the whole time what they were doing. That's
Oh,
what's
without a
sickening to
doubt.
me.
Oh, hands down. And they knew
They
what this
just-
was going to cost. They don't care.
They slept very good at night. They
Don't
went out
care.
and did everything like normal people did.
They got
So that
paid
just-
every week, didn't they,
At
Mike?
least, how could they fucking let this happen? And this is the last year for Morrissey. I'm done with this fucker. Done with him.
We have to support the other candidate because it cannot be worse than this. It cannot be worse than this. So, you ready? This is Aiden going off. You ready?
I won't interrupt it. We gotta play it.
You know, it's all right. Anytime, go up. Anytime.
To die! Shameless! Shameless, those people! And Hillary Bukanic knew everything! Everything about that!
Look
Are
over
you guys
your
with
head.
Karen or John? Karen! Yeah! I love to see it! I love to see it! Let me rephrase that. It shouldn't be Karen or John. It should be Karen or Jen. That is what it really is today. You either for Karen or you either for Jen McCabe. So, back to Karen Reed and the way she was raised. She was obviously raised right. It speaks volumes about the number of people who have come out of the woodwork who knew Karen Reed from 20, 30 years ago, who are now putting out statements vouching for what a great person she is. If Karen Reed is such a horrible person, then how come we, and such a crazy, crazy woman, how come we haven't heard from a single ex-boyfriend who wants to tell us about all the times Karen Reed went buck crazy on him? Because I'll tell you one thing, the kind of crazy woman who gets in the car and intentionally runs someone over, that ain't the first time she went crazy. That ain't the first time. None of this is in the character of Karen Reed. None of it.
True.
However, Colin Albert, let's talk about him. Colin Albert has a long and documented history of violence. Colin Albert got to be the way he was from that innocent 7-year-old boy because of the way he was raised by Chris and Julie Albert and, quite frankly, the rest of the Albert clan. It seems like it's like a group effort with these people. They're like a tribe or something. It's weird. He got this way. If your son was online making videos in which he's putting his fist in the air and threatening people and saying bang bang and then his voice, what would you do? Would you have a talk with your son? Yeah. Would you encourage it? Would you encourage that sort of behavior? Yeah. Well, Julie and Chris Albert did encourage that behavior. Yeah, they did. By every picture they posed with them, with this bullshit and this bullshit. Sorry.
Father like son, one murderer after another.
When you raise your children to not have any values, they are going to grow up valueless. And that is exactly what Colin Albert went. He went from this innocent, cute little 7-year-old boy to this monster, which says more about Chris Albert, quite frankly, than it does about him. And we've seen what Chris Albert has been doing since this happened. Hello, Paul. All right. We're not going to say anything to Paul. We're going to let Paul, hopefully he comes around eventually.
Boom. You hear that, right? Paul O'Keefe just walked right by Aiden. No one booed him. No one said nothing. And the people were getting ready to. And Aiden's like, nope, don't.
He's been that way from the beginning.
Well, that's
with
John's
them.
brother. So we're not dealing with John. If he wants to come around, he wants to come around. We're not going to push him. If he wants to come around, he wants to come around. But that man in there who just walked by us has had his mind poisoned by the people who has killed him. If only he knew how foolish he looked. If only John was looking down at him from heaven right now saying, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Those people killed me. And you're walking into court with them. And you're sitting with them. And you're helping them. And you're helping them cover up what they did to me. And why does he, where is this coming from? What about all the facts? What about the mountains and mountains of evidence showing that Karen had nothing to do with this and that Jen McCabe, Colin Albert, and Brian Albert did? What about all that evidence? He just doesn't care because he's going to the Celtics. Okay? And he's got other things to worry about. And Karen, by the way, bailed his ass out of jail in 2020 when he drove drunk and crashed into someone. But we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there. My question for the Paul O'Keefes of the world and the Carl Dugalls of the world is...
So there's that.
Wow, dude, you got everything, my friend.
Oh, that's nothing. I got a 3-minute one that's freaking badass.
That's right.
Check this out. So you say we need a new district attorney? Yeah? Okay. We're here. We're protesting Michael Morrissey. 3-minute video.
Yep, back up, you good. Yep.
We need bumper stickers.
Right in here.
If anybody wants to go by, have some fun. They can't hide from me on the boats. But, yeah. Michael Morrissey, just got re-elected again. With 98% of the votes, there's no one against him. It's a one-party state and corrupt people like him. God forbid Michael Morrissey get a real job. He's not talented enough to do that. He sees actual talented attorney in his courtroom. And what does he want to do then? He wants to gag them. How about the irony of that? Let's not forget. These scumbags tried to gag Hillary Clinton 2 months ago. They actually, with a straight face, filed a motion asking Hillary's attorneys not to be able to talk to the press anymore. Okay? And then the how dare they speech happened. And then we happened. Let's give ourselves credit for that too. Auntie Bev was doing nothing but handing the defense a bunch of L's after L's. And it seemed like there was nothing they could do. And then hundreds of people showed up at Norfolk Superior Courthouse. And we made our voices heard. And Auntie Bev realized, oh crap, people are actually watching this. I can't do this anymore. I have to actually pretend to be a little bit there. Yes. Come here? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. God bless you. So, they thought that they could stop us, that they could, we'll just go away. But every single thing they do makes us want to come out more. And we're not ever going to stop, Michael Morrissey. I know you want us to stop. You told us like 3 times to stop. And you told us to stop being mean to Colin Albert. Well, I don't even see Colin Albert because he doesn't come out in public anymore. But is Wendy? I don't think so. Yeah. Boston cops. The Boston cops know that John O'Keefe was murdered by Brian Albert. Every Boston cop knows the name Brian Albert. He's a notorious scumbag. He tries to sleep with everyone's wife. He punches other cops like Eddie Hernandez. Not Boston cops, mind you. Every Boston cop knows that Brian Albert is a scumbag. And every cop knows that if John O'Keefe by anybody but another Boston cop, that they would be flooding that courthouse every time, like the waiters. Yes. Colin was in the house. Colin was in the house. Tell your friends, Colin was in the house. So,
Why does it matter?
Michael, yeah, why does it matter? Why does it matter that Colin was in the John didn't go in the house because Matt McCain was in the house. Nobody's like, he's not being accused of murder. He was in the house. He was like standing out the window doing what he always do, watching traffic. But nobody's accusing him of murder. So what's wrong with being in the house? John wasn't from the house because Karen did. That's what they tell us. Karen Reed did this. So why are they suddenly so adamant out of nowhere? They were.
So yeah. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
You know what? That's
Hey,
hot,
Mr.
Blake.
Leprechaun.
That's so warming to see what you got, man. I forget more than I know about this stuff.
Everything, Mike. Everything, Mike. Back then, if there was a standout, there weren't very many.
You were there.
On video.
That's under the bridge, on the Neponset Bridge.
Yes.
That's
He
where
was going-
Whitey's bodies were fucking dug right there.
Yeah, I know.
Right there.
I know, Mike. I know. Up there is nice and dark. Done.
Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
I forgot. I remember that protest happening, right? That was the last one there because that was Morrissey's party out in the back deck of the Adams Inn. I know exactly where
Where it was. Absolutely. Yep. We got
And
all
those people, Richie Hinton Cable was there, and you could beep and you could use a megaphone and
everything. Didn't matter, right?
God bless those fucking turtle riders, man, and justice seekers. That was so cool, Tom. And you haven't tweeted it, like you just kept it.
Yeah, I got.
How old is that? 2 years old?
That is.
What's the day on that? Some people did sneak into the party, yes. And you know what?
I don't know.
Turtle Boy would show up. Even if there was 50 people there, you would be there advocating. I know it was summer. It was around July. It was 2 years ago, around this time.
I'm trying to see if the
You-
dates. Yeah. When
yeah,
published,
yeah.
September 27th, at 6:30 in the morning. So it's probably the day before then.
Wow, September, that late, huh? Liberty Day party? Maybe.
Well, think about when the election was, September 27th to June 20th. What's this? No, I don't want that. I'm trying to find out. I'm looking at the video itself. I can't find it. But yeah, Mike, I got so much of it. So there's on YouTube. How many are on a page? When you go to your videos, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28,
What
29,
do you
30.
what do you
Okay,
have?
there's 30 on a page, 30 videos on a page when I go to my videos.
Yeah.
So there's 30. When you open up, I can count 30.
Yeah, 30 thumbnails or whatever.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
I have 129 pages of videos like
Wow.
that. Hours.
Fucking, dude.
Hours
that's
on
just
hours on
so
hours.
much stuff on there. And seeing Richie out there, you don't
Yep.
see him out there as much anymore because he's been taken backstage doing artwork for the defense and stuff. But man, those were the days, man, when I'd see Richie at Stoughton.
Yep.
That's what I knew was, doing a coverage of what's going on with Turtle Boy at Stoughton or whatever. And like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. And it's crazy that you and I, meeting at one of these standouts and getting together
Yep.
here we are today. But like, how it comes full circle if you just keep doing the right thing. You gravitate towards one another, right? You just kind of gravitate. You friends seek you out. You seek your like-minded people out, and you all become one. That's why
Right.
people flying in. They weren't here just to see, Karen, let's just see if she's going to get. No, they felt for her in some emotional capacity, whether in this life or another life, where they had something traumatic in their family happen to them, and they wanted to see justice served.
Yeah.
and it was seeking justice. And that's why they're flying in. And you met people from around. Like, you would meet people at the smaller standouts down at the Morrissey's office. Like, where you from? I drove up from Rhode Island, or I drove up from whatever. I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Mike, Plymouth
That's-
standouts. I mean, I've been to Plymouth standouts, Weymouth standouts, and people would. You're right. People would come and seek us out, like from all around. And what are we like? That's all.
I
new
delayed
to us.
my
No manual,
the
nothing.
guy left Indiana, pissed
Oh,
in
yeah.
a bottle, drove
Yeah.
13 hours.
On his way, it didn't stop.
Yeah.
Didn't stop. Yep.
Who the fuck? Like, who
Just
the
to
fuck
just
does
to
that?
see Karen come into court one day.
Yeah, that's all he wanted.
He did it too.
That's fucking Tom.
This,
I wouldn't.
this has big reach, but we have all the footage too.
I know.
And I
You
think-
have that guy's. You have that guy's reaction of what he did and why he did it, and like you didn't say, "Okay, thanks for coming." You don't think I talk. Why are you here?
Oh, that's
Why
why.
would you-
I mean,
yeah.
why wouldn't I? Right? I mean, and again, right? That's kind of how I am, right? So if people want to try and copy me, well, try.
Fine. Yeah,
Go ahead. Like, well, it's like I'm on
I'll
it.
help you. Yeah.
But Mike,
Yeah.
the people
yes.
that come up to me outside, Mike, I can't explain it to you. The people that come up to me outside, they love everything that we do on this channel. Like they seek me out to tell me that it's
I
different.
know.
It's different,
I know.
right?
I was taken back
Like-
by that because I you know what I remember the negatives more than I do the positives sometimes. Shame on me. When people
But no, that's
compliment
just,
us-
that's how it goes. That's just how it
right,
how it works.
how your mind works, right? You just think about the negatives more than you think about the positives. And it's like 90-10.
Right.
I'd say 95-5. 90% of the 5% people just love what we're doing, and 5% will give us the finger when we're driving by or whatever.
Yep,
And it's
that's
usually
okay.
a McAlbert or
Yeah.
fucking. Remember the time we were standing in front of the police and that Carrie Roberts drove by in her fucking car?
She
giving
did
us-
twice.
Giving
Yeah.
us the finger through a windshield. And here she is lying to a grand jury. Who the fuck are you, girl?
Imagine if you meet the FBI and you're not just impressed about why they're even like here to talk to you, but you lie to them. Nope, don't know that lady. Jen McCabe, don't know her. Don't know. I don't want to vacuum either, so go away. Like, who the hell does that?
So like again, I'm
When you
still
hear something
taking.
funny, Mike, when you hear
I'm
something,
still taking it all in, man. I'm still absorbing all of it. Yesterday was a water day for me. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at the beach again. I have to sit back and just like sit in a chair and just be like and put my glasses on
And do
pet my
nothing.
dogs and do nothing. Maybe
absolutely.
throw a fucking pole in the water and just chill or get on my board. But man, I tell you what it's like. It's like riding a wave in, right? You catch this monster wave and that thrill, that excitement, you ride it all the way to the end, right?
Yeah,
And then it stops, and I have to wait for another set to come in. That's what it felt like. I'm like, that was such a great rush. What
Yeah.
a fucking walk.
exactly. Now you
I'm
wait for
paddling
the now you're ready. The second time, you're ready for the second time. Yes.
It's crazy.
Yep.
And I've never felt this way before. I mean, some of the happiest moments of my life were during this trial.
Yeah.
Some of the things I'll never forget happened during this trial. Like I feel like I was arrested for a reason. I feel like I was made to move here. I was made to know John.
The whole
All-
yes. The
Yeah.
whole thing. You needed to get involved. First off, you needed
right.
God put you in with John, right?
Yeah.
Then he
Yeah.
got you involved with the badness of the Canton, so you kind of got
Yes. Yeah. I got the taste of
and
that.
you
real
knew
quick.
who he was. So you had to make the connections way differently than most other people.
I did. It was different, dude. And have a Mike come around and live down the end of my road. How fucked up is that?
Listen, and then what happened prior when you were younger in Boston?
Oh
That whole situation, Mike.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're here. There's a reason that you're here right now. And
Right.
and
Right. I know. But you don't put it together until it's put together. Like
Right.
that one piece that's missing in the puzzle, you still know what the puzzle means. Then you're like,
right.
you find that edge piece, you find that corner piece, and you go, oh fuck, yeah.
I know where that goes.
But wait, we're not done yet. That's the thing
No.
about it. I was thinking about this morning. I'm like, as Kobe Bryant said, is yeah, so what? We won 2 games. We get 2 more to win.
Right.
We get 2 more to win, guys. That's
And then there's
fine.
the next game.
real
Always
killers.
another game.
Yes, there's always another season.
Yep.
There's gonna be another DA. There's gonna be another conflict, right? But we're not done here yet. We can't move on until we find the murders of John O'Keefe. Because John O'Keefe did not lie down and die. He was put out there on purpose, like trash,
Bingo.
All right, like
Yep.
trash.
Yep.
Discarded. And these motherfuckers can go on TV and say, "Whoa, we were treated this way. We were treated." Fuck off.
Yep. I don't
Fuck
want to hear
you.
it.
Fuck off.
What,
Fucking
you want me to-
sickos, man.
You want me to
And-
run out there in my underwear? You know what, dude? You know, I
Yeah,
do.
Yeah,
I do.
would.
I do.
would.
I do want you in your underwear out there. Absolutely.
Did you play the
Something,
clip?
buddy, dude. Do fucking something.
It's
It's hot in
something.
your house.
Instead of doing a fucking interview and fucking saying, "Oh,
Yeah,
you know, we
again,
should be
Channel
fuck
5.
you.
Channel 5. They're all shitbags over there.
Can you play a video from that? Did you need one? I have one. If you want one, if you want
Yeah.
to find one.
Well,
Like I'm so sick. I'm so sick of these fucking guys.
you
in
what?
this
You want me to
town.
want to watch that interview?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have clips of it if you need it because it's fucking disgusting. Chris Albert, the selectman of this town, is fucking on there saying, "No, we're characters and shit." Yeah, you are a fucking clown, dude. You are a clown. You know what you did. We all know what the world saw what you were trying to do, and now you're trying to backpedal and say, "Whoa, we're never going to be a witness again." Who gives a fuck about you, Mr. Irrelevant? We don't give a fuck. Just move on. See ya. Get off the fucking interwebs. Get off the fucking Google machine. See you later.
And you know what else too? What we haven't
Fuck
dealt with?
off.
We haven't dealt with the fact about Colleen Crawford and Fanning having a fucking company that modifies and makes videos happen and just makes fantasies come true with their fucking low quality shit. When have you seen any good quality video from the prosecution? None.
Never, dude. Everything that was handed over, you know, and the whole thing about, you know, the defense. Auntie Deb had a great interview with Bob Alessi's daughter,
Yep.
and how they actually held stuff back. The defense held back stuff this time and waited to the last second to give it to the prosecution.
As
they
always.
couldn't arm themselves with the information that they've gathered. And it's stuff that we helped with, Tom. That
Yeah,
everybody in this chat might have helped out with, that other creators found, that other
Right.
people saw. That
Definitely the
this was-
people out there, you guys in the audience right now listening to
I'll
this.
give you a
I
great
need
example.
some help.
A great example is John DePietro hitting that car. If a lady wasn't a turtle rider out there filming and catching John DePietro hitting that back into that car, he would have got away with it. Just that's how much information can spread. And a lot of you people out there that knew about the garage or knew about the Sally Port the right way, that knew about this, that knew about that, and came forward, kudos to fucking you. You did the right thing. And never stop doing the right thing. Right? If you know it's bad, you'll feel it inside. I should be doing this. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't then, right?
Right.
You know it's good, and it might be detrimental to yourself, or you might have to hide what you do or show what you know. There's ways of getting it out other ways. Do an interview, black yourself out. These jurors that are coming forward, thank God, man.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Love
yes.
you guys. Listen,
Auntie, yeah.
I got. Do you want to take a couple phone calls?
I can't answer them, but if you want to watch the video, I like to watch the interview video or a phone call.
I have that right here. I have. We can do both. We
All
can
right,
do both.
but they have to be questions about the case.
Yes.
I don't want to hear how much we love you and thank you. We all know that. Ask a good question, all right? And then we can hang up and answer the question.
Are you ready? This is 3 minutes and 40 seconds long. I'm gonna refill my coffee.
Right, pal.
What's wrong with his face? You see his jowls?
He's a fucking psychopath, dude.
No.
I gotta put volume up, buddy.
Final letdown. And that's why we're here, because there's nobody left to stand up for us.
Think real long and hard before you're a witness in a case, because
Think
no
long
one
and hard?
protects you.
You don't have a choice.
And it's very, very sad.
For the first time, some of the key players in the Karen Reed trial sitting down for an exclusive interview. His friend, Jennifer McCabe, and her husband, Matt, former Boston police sergeant Brian Albert, and his wife, Nicole, and his brother, Chris Albert. All five of them pulled into the center of this high-profile case and now speaking out.
And I think the reason we all stayed quiet is because we were just witnesses. This is a thing that we had nothing to do with.
We did the civic duty, came and told the truth, and that's it.
Free Karen Reed!
It's the case that has captivated the country and divided a town. Karen Reed, accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, hitting him with her SUV and leaving him to die in a blizzard.
I feel guilty.
Not guilty.
Now, after a second trial, a jury acquitting her of the most serious charges, second-degree murder and manslaughter. And hundreds of supporters in pink, Karen Reed's favorite color, cheering as the verdict came down yesterday.
I could not be standing here without these amazing supporters.
People turn this thing into a tailgate party, it looked like some days. Board games, cornhole, cookouts. This is a guy that was murdered. And it's atrocious for that family.
While the prosecutors blamed Reed for O'Keefe's death, the defense said this group of family members framed Reed to cover up what really happened that night. Ever since, their lives becoming open season for endless conspiracy theories.
What they've done is they've dehumanized us to the sense where we're not real people. We're almost like caricatures. We're pawns.
Have each of you been called murderers? Like actual murderers?
Oh, yeah, on a daily basis.
Anybody who's touched this case has been called a murderer at some point.
And anyone who's friends with us support cop killers. Yeah.
After 3+ years, the saga wrapped up yesterday. Reed captured celebrating at dinner with her father, and today seen walking with her attorney, Alan Jackson.
I didn't even know I'd be here today, so I had no plans.
Meanwhile, O'Keefe's family and friends struggling with the verdict.
I'm just sad for John's family and what happened yesterday, and I feel like they didn't get justice for him, and our lives just changed forever.
Why speak out now after the verdict?
We took what we thought was the high road.
Right.
Let the court do its job.
After a night of hanging out at a local bar in a brutal 2022 blizzard, Brian and his wife Nicole hosted a late-night gathering at their home. An invitation had been extended to Reed and O'Keefe, but Brian Albert says neither of them ever entered his home that night. O'Keefe was found lying unconscious in the snow of Albert's front lawn. He was pronounced dead at the hospital hours later. The defense's theory? A violent altercation at the Alberts' home, possibly involving other members of law enforcement.
Did John ever come in the house?
Never. No.
You never saw John O'Keefe in the house, right?
Never.
Look down.
These are people in your own community who believe the conspiracy theories, who believe that there were other law enforcement officials and agents involved in this. Why is it people in your own community who believe these conspiracy theories?
You do realize for this conspiracy to be true, it would take 30 to 50 people. You'd have to have.
Yeah. Okay, bud.
Go fucking eat a fucking cock, dude. You guys, here they are. Woe is me. That's what a narcissist does. Blame
Take a
everything
look.
on you, and then and they'll feel bad themselves that you're blaming them.
Yep.
Dude, the evidence doesn't lie. John was in the house. Carrington hit John with a car. The Ocker testimony with the visuals to juror number 11, there would have been way more damage to the body than a scratch. And they knew it was dog bites. They believed it was dog bites. So
On
Chloe
top of all that,
yeah.
you have Proctor fired. You have Buchanan getting reprimanded. You have Tully getting moved. You have Fanning. Who the hell knows about him? But you have them main players who are the investigators who create the evidence going after the defendant. You have Kyle Dougal physically assaulting Karen Reed in the courthouse.
I know.
What the heck? What is this?
People want to see some more clips if you have it.
Of that whole, I got another one right here.
Yeah.
This one pisses me off though. This is the one when he says he doesn't want to go back on the thing there. It won't rewind for me. Come on. What the hell? For some reason, I can't get this to play. Hold on.
That's all right, man. If you don't want, you got it.
No, I got it. Yeah, where's Higgins in this whole mess? I'm just gonna share Twitter. Hold on, let me share Twitter.
Great question, people. Where's
Higgins? Where's Higgy?
Now, Higgins has been dropped. His name has been dropped like that a bunch of times, like by Jill Daniels. Why aren't you looking at Higgins on the phone? Why did he take a proffer? Why did all these people, these witnesses, have lawyers? Why do they lawyer up if you're just a witness, people? Why did you get rid of the phone, John, Brian Albert and Higgins? Why did you guys get rid of your phones the day before the presentation? And where's Chloe? These are questions that Matt Gutman should be asking these people. Okay, so they were dog bites. Why aren't you asking these people these questions? Like he's throwing softballs.
Exactly.
Softballs at him.
Bingo. You know, bingo.
He's a
They
fucking
never
mouthpiece,
they
dude.
never asked did he ever go into the garage?
Right. Yeah, word it differently. I'll allow it. I don't know, but you know, if they're putting themselves out there back up, and we saw him in town Wednesday morning. He was there at the courthouse. He was there. Why do you have to ask them softball questions? And if I'm the civil attorneys, I want all the off-screen bullshit off the shit that you cut. I want all of it. Karen's, whoever is going to get sued. I want all of what they said. And Juror 11 said, watching those videos that Hank Brennan played made her more human to us.
Correct.
More likable.
Yes.
More understanding than most, you know, because she was trying to tell the truth. She could tell that she was telling the truth. Those videos backfired to Hank. And I said the same thing. We talked about it. I go, actually, I don't think it's hurting her. I don't think it's hurting her.
Yep.
And everybody's like, oh, that's stupid. I was tossed. Like, yeah, it was kind of stupid to go on there and you're never supposed to talk. But damn, she was likable. And she was telling us the truth. Like, yeah, like, it's okay. Steve Cooper just asked Karen Reed. I asked her 3 years ago, did you do this with your friend?
Remember that?
Why did Matt Gutman just ask these guys the tough questions then, right then and there? Because he's a fucking pussy. Why? You have all the right in front of you. They can't.
Not one.
Not one question.
Not one hard question.
And they all had their lawyers there. I guarantee it. The lawyers, they will look.
Plus, we're getting paid.
Fuck these guys. Fuck them all. They lied again on national TV.
They have to, Mike. They can't not.
And either tonight or tomorrow night, guess who's on Ian Ruckle?
Yeah.
Alessi?
Yeah. I can't wait for
Yannetti.
that. They're gonna
Ian
be able to
Ruckle.
talk too.
Ian fucking Runkle got fucking Alessi and fucking Yannetti on tomorrow. Hey, I didn't realize Alessi's a fucking photographic memory. Has a photographic memory.
Shitting me.
Nope.
Oh my! That explains why the guy's brilliant, dude. Okay. I'm not gonna question that again. Wow.
He knew the holes in the shirt were done by somebody else because he remembered it.
Deadly. Guy's deadly.
And then Deborah found the phone call from Jen McCabe to her sister Nicole,
right,
at 5 something in the morning. Like, you guys better get the fucking body out there because we're on our way, right? And the reason why they put the foot edge there was to block the plow from going down.
And that blocked the view from the camera.
So it would take somebody that knows a little bit about murder scenes, or and this guy right here, this guy right here knew the questions that would be asked, knew how to stage a fucking a suicide or a murder. And let's talk about something. We can talk about Pat. We can talk about Pat's all we want.
How much,
Boston Cop,
Mike?
This
How much do you
motherfucker.
bet they spent the day in the fucking room getting prepped on how to act, how to talk, what to say, how to say it? This is what we're saying. Say it this way, because they have the questions beforehand. Because it's Channel 5. They had he knew the questions before they were going to get answered. Here's his answer. You ready? When he didn't know, this is probably off the cuff question. You ready? This is how he answered.
So massively confusing. There are police officers, EMTs on your front lawn. You're an officer. Why don't you just go outside and investigate or take a look?
I'm not a Canton police officer. I'm a Boston police officer. I was just woken up out of a cold sleep from hanging out the night before. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house.
Whoa, really now? How could that be? If Jen walked in, we see her walking on the dash cam. We see her walking across the freaking street and into the house. We see, remember the unlocked door to Boston police officer's house? Just walk right in. No keys, no nothing. Walk right in the fucking door.
I do.
She goes and wakes them up, and he said what? He said what?
Hanging out the night before. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house.
Oh, who was in his house when? How can that be? How can that be?
He just lied again. He just
How?
lied again. He lied
Anybody
again.
out there? Tell me how.
Good point, dude. Wow. I'm not Canton police. I'm Boston police.
Don't
Doesn't
care.
concern me.
First responder. End of story.
What a piece of shit.
How can the cops have been inside his house
Who let him in?
already?
Who let him in? Nicole? Who let them in the house?
Did she
Where's
make
Chloe?
Did Jen make her coffee for them?
Yeah. Wait a minute. By the time I get the police, so this is, dude. So you didn't get up till like around 9 o'clock in the morning? Is that what you're saying, dude?
Maybe 9:30, 10, whenever.
Oh, this is
Not
so telling.
Not everything scratching his balls. You know what's up, guys? Yeah, you know.
This is so telling. What a piece of shit. See?
How can that be though? How can the police? He just said the police were already in my house, right?
Yep.
I came downstairs. The police were already in my house.
How?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Teleporting shit. What's going on?
So who's
Police? Numerous, not one, two. He didn't say there was an officer there. He said the police, which is obviously more than one. So what the fuck? You had the whole Canton Police Department in your living room when you got up.
Oh my god. And Matt Gutman, just moving on from the question, he's a propaganda mouthpiece.
Dog's not freaking out, right? The dog's not going ballistic.
Right.
Right?
The dog puts John in the house, dude. The dog puts John in the house, in the garage, wherever you want to say it happened. It happened. Okay?
The police were already in my house. John.
Have a nice day. How? Just fucking how? Anybody?
What the fuck, dude? And Brian has testified in hundreds of court cases. He knows what to say.
He has. So I think with Brian, listen, this is my theory, okay?
Right.
First
of all, give it a like and a retweet.
Yeah, please, if you're here, and go like and subscribe.
No, YouTube on Twitter.
On I forget when. But the federal government opened up a case against Whitey Bulger. And they involved Boston Police in special divisions, which are the detective divisions. I'm not sure when he became a detective. Okay. But if you watch the movie The Departed,
oh my God,
it's probably a little more true than it is false. Remember there were five. Remember there were like three guys that were real close, and they one of them tapped the other two cops. Said, "I got you. You know, we're on the same team here."
Yep.
No one knew that guy.
Yeah.
That type of guy. So I'm questioning did Brian help do the investigation on Whitey when he started in Young Gun, real go get him? Did he investigate? I know he did the other stuff, but did he get involved with the Whitey stuff? Like, was he running that Stinger box against Whitey? The Stingray, was he running that against Whitey?
Who knows?
For the FBI?
Tommy, I mean, this is something you go down a rabbit hole on, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You do a FOIA. I mean, you got Hank Brennan connecting the dot for you, so I could see how, you know what I mean? And Hank Brennan's job was to protect the state from Whitey's testimony about burying people and who he was connected to. He shut Whitey up, basically.
Whitey took off and goes away. He's just vapor. He's in the wind.
Yep. 16 years, dude.
Who kept the shit running? Because guess what? The football cards were going. The freaking flowers were being sold.
Dude,
the freaking loan sharking was being done.
Yep. You looking at
who was keeping this shit running? Because they didn't break that up with the FBI because they were too busy plugging their holes they had.
Too much, yeah, with the John Conley, right?
Yeah,
there's too much money.
Yep.
We gotta follow the money.
Who takes over for who's the heavy guy here? Who's running this shit here?
I don't think Albert's the kingpin, but I think he's a lieutenant.
Listen, he's definitely got some stripes on his shoulder. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, not doing the imagine this, right? But you can make a movie. Let's make a movie, right, Mike? I'm going to be a lieutenant. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to go to all the dealers. And the first thing I'm going to do is just knock them the fuck out. And then when they wake up, I'm going to knock them out again. And if they fight back, I'm just going to shoot them because I can. And then I can put a case on him. It doesn't exist, but put a case on him.
Yep.
And he'll go away for a little bit.
100% right, dude.
And I have free reign.
Yep. You're 100% right. You're 100%
Who was the guy?
right.
Who was that guy?
Training day. I'm King Kong this motherfucker. And I'll put a case on you. I'll put a case on you. You're playing basketball at Pelican Bay in the morning.
In the shoe.
Yep. And that's how it works. And
Mike, I had
white, black, brown, whatever the fuck
I had
you
a
wanna
car
be.
like that, Mike. I had a 78 Monte Carlo.
Right.
I love that.
That's an awesome car.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of truth to those movies.
There is.
You have to read in between the lines because power can be corrupted so easily by a guy that's making $100,000 a year, $200,000.
Who wants to listen? Mike, if you're making $150 a year,
not enough.
And I say, listen, you need to do this
for 50K cash.
Forget about that. How about you want to keep your job? Just to keep the job that you're working just to keep it, just to keep your job at $100,000 a year, you're gonna do whatever the hell they want. No, you're not gonna ask any questions either.
I knew about this ring. Listen to this. This is fucking brilliant. And they were called we used to call them like broken glass or whatever the fuck they were. And when times got slow for this glassman, out of Dorchester, he owned a glass company.
Yep.
He would send a crew of kids out.
Yep.
Somewhere in part of the city. And just shatter fucking glasses with rocks.
Pelican.
And then his fucking phone would be ringing off the hook the next day with glass replacements. That's covered under insurance.
Can't keep them in stock, man. They just keep breaking.
I'm like thinking about this. I'm like, what a fucking racket that is. No one.
$100. Go. Yeah, it's $100.
The guy, the manager at the hotel, whatever, makes a phone call. Fuck, get it. So he's not cost. It's the insurance companies that scamming. You and me paying insurance rates.
Yep.
Fucking
everybody gets paid. Who's gonna stop that? Who's gonna say no to that?
Nobody. And then you're paying these kids peanuts to go and have fun. And let me tell you something. Certain police in certain sectors were told to stay away from this street between this time and this time. And here's an envelope.
Just like at 2 o'clock, you don't touch the radio. Flat out right. End of story. You don't go down the street between this time and this time. Leave it alone.
So it just tells you how easily it can be done. You pay these 16, 17-year-old kids a hundo, and then when the night's over, and you wake up the next morning, your phone's ringing up the hook because you own a glass company. You've done business before in the past with these people and made deals because you could be there the next day and have that glass already in stock, ready to go. Yep. Yeah, you're getting the call, guy. You're getting the call.
So it's funny you say that because I don't know if people realize this, but I told this to someone the other day. Was it the other day? And then they keep coming back to me going, oh yeah, I seen this. How are they moving this weight? Think about this for a second, okay, Mike? How are they actually getting the product from one place to another with safely? They can't call every police department and say, hey, I'm gonna. No.
The longshoreman.
No. You know what they're doing?
What?
They're friggin' putting it in a car that's absolutely fucking destroyed on the back of a flatbed and then driving them around. That's how they're moving.
That makes sense.
Who's gonna pull over a truck, a flatbed that's got a car in the back?
I've never seen one pulled over.
Have a nice day.
And usually they do details when a car accident happens. It's the same company. They kind of know what's going on.
And you know what? Hey, I need you to take this car and bring it here. Okay, guy, he's getting paid. He knows he's going to get paid, right? He knows he's getting. So he's going to go. He's going to hook the car up, put it on the thing, strap it down, and drive it to wherever it's got to go.
Where else?
No questions asked.
Other than drugs. Well, other than drugs, you can put money in it.
And what else? Bodies and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. So you need to pick a car from Blue Hill Drive. It got stolen and picked apart. You tow it back to the tow yard. Police come in, do the investigation. They grab the envelopes, the cash. It's sort of a payoff to them.
Yes.
And then they just chop the car up. Insurance company pays for everything. It's a fucking racket. And it's good. It's well done.
They do what
well
they
done,
don't they? So now every time you guys see a car getting towed, you'll think about it. It's like a
And
oh my
how
God.
do these people get the drugs to the lower people? Through a car. These people steal a car on a certain road at a certain time. They just take it to Blue Hill Ave. They take what they need out of it, leave the keys in it. The car gets fucking chewed up, spit out, and towed the next day.
Done.
It's a fucking racket. And it works. Well, I should say it worked. But there's always a better mousetrap, dude. You have to
Oh, yeah.
understand that. Just when we figured out the mousetrap, there's
They've
another
been
one
finding
already
another
being
way.
done. Yes.
Yep.
But you're right, to your point. That has worked under everybody's nose. Right under your face. As the car's being towed out of your front yard up the street. Oh, I'm so glad to see that thing go. You're not calling the police. You're thanking them.
Right. Yep.
You're fucking thanking them.
It's
You're
too,
thanking them. You're like, thanks for getting rid of that car full of fucking $200,000 in cash in the trunk for me. And the tow truck guy doesn't even know it. He's
he's got no clue, right? He's just getting.
No.
He's making the money on the tow. He's happy. Dude's
Yep.
thrilled. He's
And
gonna
these
get paid cash.
These guys are getting state contracts for road collisions at night and during the day. And it's fucking brutal. You want to talk about CDL license? This is a whole nother fucking road.
Oh yeah.
That's a great picture, huh?
Yeah, isn't that
Wow.
awesome? I think that is like fabulous. And you know, I keep forgetting this guy's name. He's
Where?
at the end, all the way to the left.
He's
Left
the
guy on the left. Him.
That's Nathan Reed's best
Nate-
friend.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
Right.
He's really good guy, and I just forget his name. Mrs. Reed,
Yeah.
Liza, Alan, Karen, David. This looks
Bobby.
photoshopped almost, doesn't it?
It kind of looks weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
Intern. Yeah, lawyer for the interns or a friend of the interns at
Yeah.
Harvard or BC, and BC over there. The other guy standing up with the eyes. So one's a teacher at Harvard, one's a teacher at BC. I don't know which one's which.
Well, he's a teacher. This guy.
Yeah, law professor.
Yeah. So, dude, I'm so happy for them. I mean, I hate that this lady went through it, but again, like you said, man, thank God. Yeah, how much did this cost?
I look at that picture. All I see is strength. Like if they were a law firm, that whole crew, I fucking hire them to do anything. Like, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate in this country that we have to have money to get a good defense.
I think
Good.
when this is all, I'm just saying to people, when this is all
Oh.
done, I'll read this. I'll make a video. I'll make a small little clip, and I'll just read this to people. It'll be like an audio book, but so I remember to read that. That's interesting how much it costs the people.
Amazing, dude. I'm so glad he's gonna be like there's a guy that we know that we've talked to that was gonna come on our show that might be running up a DA. He's talked about it a little bit yesterday. Michael Welch.
Okay. Yes.
He's thinking about. He's a lawyer that was wrongly convicted about a domestic violence by his wife. Was put in jail for 60 days, like Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
By the Norfolk County. He has ties to the Norfolk. His wife did. His
Okay.
ex-wife did. He would be a candidate that I would back. Instead of a political machine,
Yep.
like Deanna Perkins or whoever.
Yes. Yeah.
I want somebody in there with fresh eyes.
Yes,
you know,
please. That Mike, we need somebody with fresh eyes that can say, "Wait a minute, why do you do that?"
Right.
Okay, you've always done it. Well, it doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's right. But I want to know why are we doing it this way?
Yes. Yes.
Not because it makes my life easier. It makes your life easier, and everybody goes home on the weekends at 4:00. That shit's over.
But is that too much to ask? You know, is it really? Is
well,
that
when you're put in that position, it's never too much to be asked. The O'Keefes need to be sat down by Mr. Morrissey and told what happened. You know, he's did it for the Alberts, protected them with that hostage video. Protected all of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he won't even sit down with the O'Keefes and say, we fucked up. And the O'Keefes must have 1,000 questions by now.
Again.
Right? After the first trial, we're confused just as much as you are, but we're still going to believe what we're going to believe. Now 12 independent jurors said that there's no fucking way it happened the way you guys think. It's impossible. But if you don't believe us, trust the science and the data. Physics. Trust that, because you know that's real. Now, if someone says something, yeah, you might say that person is biased or unbiased or whatever you want to think. But the science, the physics, the data doesn't lie.
No.
Now, data can be manipulated, but physics can't. Physics cannot be manipulated. It's going to be a way. It's going to be the only way.
It can't be. Facts are facts. We both know that, right? You can't change them.
Physics are physics. That's science and science. Now, if I was Paul O'Keefe, I'd be looking at the Arca testimony, Dr. Rensler especially, and Dr. Wolf. I'd be looking, and then look at what Welch's testimony, and be like, okay, well, let's just cut right to. It was physically impossible for Karen to back into John without a couple of things happening. His arm being shattered into like a fucking jelly roll, right?
Right.
And this head did not happen by hitting the dirt.
No.
Factual.
Nope.
Scientific. Dr. La Posada. Didn't happen that way.
Why would they
Impossible.
cut the back of the sweatshirt, Mike?
Right. And lie about it.
Why even do that?
And send that off for testing because they knew in the back John was laying like this with his head down, bleeding this way down the front of him.
Yep.
There was nothing in the back.
Bingo.
And now they found a bunch of DNA on his pants, 2 other people's. They haven't chased that down. They didn't get swabs. They had swabs from fucking Procter and Buchanan and Tully. Who gives a fuck?
I didn't hear the results of any of the DNA.
That was not them. Of course it's not them because they were in the house.
All right,
and the bite marks did it.
Yeah, was the
From
dog.
Ranjera. Yes.
Yeah.
They all believe that the dog bit John. Hard stop. And they also said Dr. Marie Russell's testimony, the way it was getting broken up by Hank Brennan.
Yes.
Objected to it.
The objections, yep.
They found that real fucking tiresome. And Paul O'Keefe got moved because he was making sexual eye contact with one of the jurors.
Why? Yeah, that's strange.
That's fucked
Very
up.
strange. All right, let's listen to
That's
this
why
guy
I got
real
moved.
quick. This
Yeah,
is 6
that's awesome.
seconds.
Liz has got the blueprint.
Okay.
What's the blueprint? The blueprint is pick out witnesses, destroy their reputations, attack them, malign them, torture them, torture their kids, torture.
Good.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What's the blueprint? The blueprint is pick out witnesses, destroy their reputations, attack them, malign them, torture them, torture their kids, torture anybody that ever knew them, make them not testify. What's the blueprint? The blueprint
Is that messed up? That blueprint. Told you right there, man. What else do you need to know?
This civil case will be fucking wild, dude.
So, listen, I have a funny story.
All right. I like your stories.
So, yesterday, I felt bad for everybody because I was on the show. So I said, let me just rewind this video and I'll hit play and play it out and end the stream.
See what are you gonna do? I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
I just hit play on a video and I walked away from it. I figured when the video was done, it would stop the stream. It didn't.
Yesterday.
Last night. Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You fell asleep?
Oh, gone. I was asleep before the video even ended. I was gone, right?
My God.
Oh, so the stream's running still for hours.
Right.
Dude, there's somebody in the chat that's chatting to themselves and just like going on and on and on and on and on. And dude, he's the only one in there. It's not even there's nothing on the screen. And he's freaking saying shit in the freaking chat. There's nobody watching. He thinks there is. He thinks it's like live.
Oh my God.
He must have been hammered. Krusty McGinnis.
Oh no.
Yes, he kept going on and on and on with the chat. There was no one even there, dude. He was still.
Oh, poor guy. What? Come on.
I think he was so drunk he didn't know the fucking chat was going to move it.
Alcohol's a wonderful thing.
He was going by himself. He just kept going on and on.
So people have tweeted me about, hey, listen, people have tweeted me about Nicole, Coco Albert.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant Gallagher from Canton PD, how much they look like. They fucking are like, I'm telling you.
Too much, too close? Too
You're
close?
You're going to find it on, it's so fuck. I'm going to send it to you right now, Tom. Oh my! It's in your ex. The picture.
Nice. And just for the record, right? I have never in my life, ever, in any way, shape, manner, or form, ever harmed a child. Ever.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. What is all that shit?
Brandy, Mike, they have nothing. But Brandy's adamant that I'm a pedophile. She's adamant. Like, how does she know this? Like, show me. How, like, is this your thought or is it factual? Because there's two different things. So why is she calling me one thing when she can't prove it in any way? Because it doesn't exist. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. I'm a freaking licensed foster parent, bud. Is she?
I don't know, but that the whole thing.
I haven't done anything, dude. Dude, I'm walking by her friggin' truck. I'm just walking by it. I didn't even realize it was her. And the window was up maybe, I don't know, halfway. It's a big truck. So I walk by and I look and I see the baseball cap and it was Brandy. And as I was walking, so all right, kept walking. I didn't even swing the camera. I just kept walking like I was walking. And I looked in, oh, it's Brandy. And I kept walking. She accused me of filming her kids in her car. So she jumps out and it's just her. And she's screaming about her kids. And I'm like, this chick's crazy because I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no kids anywhere. What do you mean, kids? What do you mean?
I saw the
video. And I'm thinking to myself, did I film the kids before? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I don't even film license plates. And then I went and had breakfast and she waited an entire hour and they just kept yipping and yapping for an hour. They get all worked up on themselves. Oh my God, he filmed me. Oh my God, I'm on film. Oh my God. But I didn't. But they got all worked up over it. So on the way back, Mr. Little, I don't know who I am, gonna confront me about it. And I'm just, Mike, it's like chatting to yourself. What is wrong with people? And if they don't like my show, why are they here? It's bizarre. It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Why are you wasting
Makes
your time?
zero sense whatsoever. Brandy's the girl that's got chlamydia, I think.
What?
That's the same girl. Yeah, she lives right in Whitman, right up the street.
Oh, God, dude, come on. We don't have time. We get Karen Reeves for free.
I know. Who's next?
John O'Keefe's murderers. We gotta find.
Well, we know that. There may be a way we can petition the DA.
How?
I think if we start a petition and we bring it to the DA.
Fuck him.
That's the only, Mike, maybe we go to what? The Attorney General?
Well,
I mean, how do we make this happen?
I don't know. People need to chime in and help us. We can't really. I don't know the answers to the questions you're asking. I just
mean,
know that he needs to go. So I'm there to help and support and raise awareness and talk about it and do all that stuff. But
So-
you asked me the logistics and the actual writing of the petitions. I wouldn't know where to begin.
So I believe to be a district attorney, you need to have a law
You have
license.
You do have to have a law license.
Member of
In
the bar?
A member of Massachusetts. I do know that.
In
Because
good
we were gonna
standing
let
in the
you-
bar,
we were gonna
right?
Let you. People asking me if I wanted to run for DA. It's like I can't be a lawyer. I can't.
Right.
But could I do it? Fucking right, I would.
Yeah. Mikey was gonna run for Canton Selectman, but
No, I'm not. I am not.
that lady, brilliant. That lady, Mike, that lady's doing good work up there.
She's doing awesome. She's doing God's
She's
work.
doing great.
Yeah. I want Yannetti to run for DA too. If he had the
Oh
stones
my
to do it.
God, dude, I would do whatever he needed
You know,
to do for
He
getting
would
out
win
there,
in
get the
the
word.
landslide. He would go unopposed. Mike Morrissey wouldn't even run if Yannetti decided to run. He said, no, it's over. I did my 30 years. I'm out, guys. And that's a great, someone just mentioned that name. Someone should approach him and say, hey, listen, just for a couple of years, step back, go into the public side. You don't have the private side. I'm sure he's making a boatload of money.
Oh my God.
No.
I don't think it's about money though. I really think
they proved
he's
that-
a hot
yeah.
guy. He's here.
He wants to do
Right?
the right thing. Yep. He wants to do it. Yep. Oh, yeah.
My man changed his profile picture.
Oh, that's a good picture right there. Yeah.
Love
I
it.
saw that I saw that he changed that. Oh man. Yeah, Dr. Turtleboy's show was 5 hours long. That's how much he went over.
He was on at 1 o'clock in the morning, dude.
When you finally woke up in
And he was on fire. He was going.
Yeah, he kept on saying earlier, this is gonna be a long one. This is gonna be a long one.
As it
And,
should be, right?
yeah, I was
And
happy.
he still didn't even cover all the stuff, right?
No, you still got more to go.
Yep.
But he talked about like how the movie's gonna get made and who's gonna be like. He told you like stuff that like you've been dying to tell you. He talked about the garage photos,
right?
Why he thinks it's that. That's Alan Jackson kneeling down, and like how the owner of the house was lied to by Renee Williams. Renee Roberts, who sold me my house to me, my wife and I.
Right.
It's the same realtor. So I know her. I know the same agency that sold the houses.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all like, it's fucked up, dude. I was paddleboarding one time and her husband came out in a jet ski, tried to swamp me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I can tell you, and I didn't connect it all. Didn't connect it to me until, recently, the people on the resi, they all suck, dude. They're all fucking connected. It's fucking crazy, man. Wapatuck, all the people I met. Matt McKay was a member there when I was there.
Oh,
fucking
no.
Yeah. I got a fight there. Yeah. It was crazy. I had to sue him. It was crazy.
Oh.
It was sucked. I've told you a lot. You probably know
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah. I just didn't know that was him. Yeah.
But then I know Lucky from the store from across the street where I lived in Springdale. He worked right across the Baldwin Street. I saw Lucky on Sundays and Saturdays. How small the world is that? Like all these dots that connect. Chris Albert's been to my house delivering food at one time. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like I could go on and on and on. And I didn't know John lived in Canton. So fucked. Did not know it. Did not know he lived in Canton. I wish I did. Maybe we would have connected. Who knows?
Well,
we could have hung out.
Again, look at the bigger picture, right? You needed to know him for what he did when he did what he did. Like you needed to know him in that snapshot of time.
Yep.
And you did.
Young John, I knew Paul, the father, and him all at the same time, which I thought were like the Golden family. They were kids.
It's funny. A guy told me a long time ago, like when God calls, how do you not answer the phone? Like how? How do you not? You always pick up that phone. That's the red phone, right? So, God just moves you around life and you bump into things and people and situations and here we are.
So I'm at I met one of the paper signings at Renee Williams' office on Washington Street. Renee, and I go, I have to work that week, the next week that we're going to sign the legal docs or wherever they're going to be held at a lawyer's office. I had to be at work. And Renee Roberts goes to me, oh, that's okay. I can't make it either. So I go, where are you going? I had no idea at this time what's going on in her world. This is before Jerry passed away. She was like, I'm going to Outer Banks with 40 of my friends. I'm like, wow, that sounds like she's for a week. I go, oh my God, we got a house. Don't you know? It's with all these people that are involved in this case. All their family, kids, all their husbands, wives, 40 of them. It was all these fucking douchebags. Yeah.
Man.
She didn't disclose. To me, that's a crime. If you knew something happened in that house and you disclose it, it should be a lawful offense, but it's not. I've looked into it. You can, if they don't ask, don't tell.
Oh, okay. If you're fishing, they can't mess with you. There's a law against that.
Oh, dude, they fucking.
You know that.
I remember the kid on the back of the jet ski telling me, "Don't, Dad, get the back of the board. That's how you swamp him." He's doing donuts around me. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I wanted to grab a rock. I have my fishing pole in one hand, my paddle in the other hand, and this guy's trying to swamp me in front of his house during a party that he's having. All the people are cheering him on. I'm like, am I in real time right now? Am I in real time right now?
I know.
And no one can hear me yell at him because he's doing the circle and the jet ski's spitting water everywhere and they're trying to swamp me. The kids are all laughing, drinking, and they're all at the pontoon boat, fucking hammered, fucking shit-faced, watching me paddle back, laughing at me. I'm like, you guys, I didn't bother calling the cops. What are they going to do?
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right? What are they going to do? They're all They have to have other cops, right? And they don't have a boat for the resi. How are you going to save somebody in the resi if you don't have a boat to get into the resi?
Right. You can't.
Yeah, I had stories for days.
Oh,
man. And Renee Roberts. Here's a fucking funny thing. My in-laws know Renee Roberts' parents. That's how fucked up it is around here, dude.
Oh.
So so Renee sells this house because my in-laws know their parents.
Right.
I almost get swamped by her husband. She's involved with selling the Alberts house. She goes away on vacation with these people. It's all fucking townies.
And you can't break that up. You break up one. That's just one person. That's one. We still got the other ones.
As long as you do a favor for one of them, you're in.
Yep.
You help me out with that house, you'll never have a fucking problem in the city of Boston again, nor in Canton. Again, do whatever the fuck you want. Hit a pole, fuck whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
And then guess what? Say something happens, who are you going to call? The same person, because you know they're going to play the game.
You get the number on your cell phone.
Exactly.
Why did Matt come and say to Brian Albert, why did you destroy your phone the day after the preservation order? Why? Just simple question. Why didn't you ask that question? That's public knowledge. Just first trial, you destroyed your phone. Why? Where's the dog, Brian?
Yep.
No, softball.
Yep.
Softball. If I was fucking Mr. Paul O'Keefe or Peggy, why did you guys get rid of your phones? Seriously. Serious question. Tell me why, Brian, you got rid of your phone.
Why did all the people that were in that house that night leave their phones there? And were they destroyed also? Like, why? Why was that question not asked? Again, softball questions.
And another, and then Mike Proctor. I guess I should have looked at another car to make it look better. No, Mike, you're a fucking idiot, dude. What a bad answer to a bad question.
It's so commonsensical. It really is.
He's thinking
Mike.
about how he could have framed it better. That's
Yeah.
where his head is. I could have framed it better if I just looked at another car and said, they took Lucky outside of a skating rink when he's working his third job and said, hey, show me a Ford Edge. He went right there.
Hey, listen, all I know is the cops are in my house when I get out of bed. Wow.
What the fuck? I was backing up 6 hours then, Mr.
Wow.
fucking Mr. Sergeant.
And they get away with it, Mike. They get away with it.
On national TV from Matt Gutman. Matt fucking Gutman. That's
Let
why
it go.
mainstream media fucking
Let it go. Yep.
you had them
They
right where you wanted
control
them.
the narrative, which is so beautiful. The more that they control the narrative and shape the questions and stuff, the better it is. When I'm out there with the camera and you're there, the world sees what they want to see through the camera, and it's not biased by me or you or anyone else. There you go, people. This is what you see. And I do my best to do that, and you do your best when you're there, and all we do is that, right? And it's not hard.
No.
But the
it's self-explanatory.
news. Remember when Mr. Reed did that entire interview with us?
Purple,
It was
about the purple
beautiful. Yes. Remember that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Street media.
Our
Zero.
two-party system would better off being purple than red or blue. Red or blue. Republican, Democrat. We need a two-party system to keep us in check. He had a great answer to the question. They kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? We don't need the Democrat in there for 30 years as a district. Who cares if we're a Democratic state? And who can do the job better, people? Fuck.
Again, Mike, it's simple. Who can do the job? I don't care who it is. I don't care
care
what
party
color they
yeah,
are. I don't care what gender they want to be today. None of that matters. But can they do the job?
Yes.
That's it. That's it. It's simple. It's basic. The simpler you keep it, the better it is. Mike, I hired this kid to help me with a program that I wanted to build. And you would never hire this kid if you didn't know. Like you walk in, you'd be like, no, get out of here. Because he hadn't showered. He was just a mess. The kid was a mess if you looked at him.
Mm-hmm.
But he could write code. That's what I need. Can you write code for the? Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Let's go. Write me the code.
You leave the house while he stinks it all out. I don't give a fuck. You got it done.
That got it done, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
There's so much to this.
Ended up being a great kid too.
Yeah.
So. Yep. All right.
Yeah,
It's 12
Brian-
o'clock.
All right, buddy. I'll
2
let you-
hours. You burned 2 hours just like that. Kaboom.
No, it's an hour and a half. It's
Oh yeah,
'cause
10:30. Right.
I you bring it all back up. It's like burbling up.
Yep.
You know, hey, there's some good shows on tonight. I think Brian LTL is gonna have Nathan Reed in the studio.
That's great. Yep.
In studio. That's
Nice.
huge.
Yep.
And then tomorrow night you got Ian Runkle with Alessi and Yannetti.
Dude, I am so looking forward to that. I really am.
Yeah, the Canucks people going wild up there for that one, man. So that's fucking cool, man. Yeah. What's next, Tommy? What's next? We still got work to do.
I know. Well, I know Fowler's going to court on
July
1st.
1st. Yeah.
And that's going to be Zoom, but I'm not sure. I might be able to go into Boston.
Yeah, I would too. Dude, you never know what you're gonna get. Oh wow, thank you so much, man.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Thank you, Cynthia. When Chef I post about the Facebook, 90% of comments defend Keanu Reed. They really do.
Yeah.
Yep. Is Runkle's not tonight, is he? Or is he tomorrow night?
Is it tonight? Tonight's Runkle. Okay, and let's see. Oh yeah, that's why they moved Brian
Playing
LTL.
tomorrow?
No, Brian's at 6:30 and Runkle's
Okay.
later on, so they moved those shows around.
All right,
My
cool.
bad, guys.
Very cool.
My bad. And you know, hey, they asked Karen, "Wait, what's next?" And she's like, "I don't know what's next. I just found out I'm not guilty. What the fuck?
Yeah, I
Get
know.
out of here."
Give me a
Steve
break.
Cooper, Steve fucking Cooper, who was shown shaking hands with fucking Buchanan. Just telling you what's wrong.
They all go to the same parties, the
Yeah,
same
okay.
cocktail parties.
Yeah, Yannetti is tonight, guys. Thanks. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll be watching that.
That's
Just
badass.
we've just begun. Like like Kobe said, we get 2 more games to win.
Yep.
We
We got more to do.
We got
And
more to do. We need to find the killers of John O'Keefe.
Yep.
It's not done, man. I want to help the O'Keefes out, even though, look at your earlier video, Paul walking by the side. You heard it for yourself. There was silence. Turtle had a megaphone in his hand.
Yep.
I don't know if he'd do that now. But back then we had the utmost respect. We did.
Absolutely did. And you saw it right for your own eyes right there. You saw the respect. You saw him
Everything.
defend him just to let him, because he understands that, he had a loss. His brother's not here.
Yeah.
Like, he gets that. But don't accuse him of no, I got the video of it. Didn't happen. Same shit with that fake victims nonsensical bullshit.
What a story! If you told me again, if you went into the writers, and just say, "I want to sell you this book," and told me how this was going to end,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking great. And you told me that one of the propagandists from the other side would break a taillight on the day of the acquittal, and he tried to walk away from it and left the taillight broken in the parking lot, and that's how you wanted to
Trying to blame the lady that witnessed it.
I know.
Saying that she did it. And she's a sweetheart, that lady.
You watched the whole thing happen. You watched John DePietro pick the glass up on his hand and put it on the.
It was a fucking cleaning tag from his cleaners that he wrote the note on. It's like, you're an idiot. Here's my name, but no. And he's denying it. Oh man.
I hate to give him any kind of fucking recognition, but John DePietro, thank you for the laughs.
Yep.
Legit. I laughed pretty hard when I saw that.
Did you see him coming down the stairs? And everyone was booing him.
Yep. He
he's
doesn't
like-
even know it's him. He's looking around like, are you guys booing at me? And then
Remember
Turtle Boy turning down behind him. Fucking place goes
Totally
nuts.
different. Yeah. He reminds me of Grant.
Yes.
He's a different,
Yes.
but he's just different, but he's kind of got that Grant in him.
Yes.
Crazy
Yes, I know
town.
that. You did touch. All right, buddy. It's we've done an hour and a half. I think what do you think? We're gonna do the weekend. We do something. We'll talk.
No, we'll talk, but we'll do Monday. How about that?
All
Give
right,
us the
pal.
weekend off. Everyone needs to decompress and have a good time.
Watch some shows, watch some
Yep.
content, like and subscribe for all your favorite people, and don't be afraid to voice your opinion in the chats or
Send me an email.
Yeah, just let us know what's happening, how you feeling. It's good stuff.
No doubt.
Love you guys all. I'll talk to you guys in the chat, and I'll talk to you, Tommy, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, my friend. So with that said, everybody that's here, please hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff is pretty good. We appreciate every one of you guys being here. And to everyone that came up to me, I really appreciate the people that come up and say, hi, I'm so and so. I just it you make me feel as if I'm somebody, and that makes me feel really special. So with that said, I thank you all. I don't see myself as you guys kind of see me, and maybe that's good, but it works. It's working. We're all having fun. Everything's good. Um, so with that said, I love you all. Thank you, Sherry. Wendy, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. I hope everyone gets some relaxation this weekend. We got a lot more to go, and we're gonna keep the show going like we've been doing every day, and we'll figure out who we're gonna have on. You know, I want some of you guys to come on, right? That's it. I want it to be interactive. I want this to be part of your show, right? Because it's for you guys, so including you guys in getting input and stuff, especially when I do the phone calls. Um, maybe we can do that this weekend. Maybe have a call-in show. Is that maybe something you guys would want? You want a call-in show? I'll put the number up. You can call in. Is that something? Because I can do that. I mean, and I'm up usually early in the morning. So it's up to you guys, really. Again, it's your show, right? I want to thank all my mods who are here. Some of the new ones. Please say hi to the new mods. Don't give them any crap. With that said, people out there, sometimes people get blocked by accident. I when I'm fumbling with my phone, sometimes it'll happen. It's not on purpose sometimes. So please keep that in mind. You can if you're blocked or whatever and you have an issue or whatever, you can send me an email, cputom@gmail. And with that said, I got an email this morning and I read it and it almost made me cry. I'm going through my pictures and I took pictures of a flyer, and this lady and her son are getting evicted out of their house, and she's trying to raise some money to buy buy the other half of the house from her ex-husband or whatever that deal is. So she's trying as like any mother would, who cares about their child and cares about she wants to keep the consistency in his life, which is, I mean, that's what we all want, right? It's not what we do every day. We do what we do for our kids, and for anyone to accuse me of hurting anyone that's just not right. I've never hurt a child. I never would. So when you hear something like that, ask for the receipt. Ask for it. Say, show me. Show me. They won't be able to, which makes them a liar. So the person who's doing it is Brandy from Resistance to Silence. That's who's saying all this nasty shit about me for whatever reason, I don't know. But they have nothing else to say about me to make me go away, because that's what they want. And I'm not going away. I will never go away. I will be the biggest pain in their butt if I have to. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for you guys and for what I'm trying to do. And they're still trying to get in the way. Think about this. Why would they not want me to film Karen Reed? Why? Why would they want me not to do that? That's good for Karen Reed, isn't it? Why would they get rid of Paul, who raised, how much money did Paul raise? Paul raised, oh my God, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for Karen. Why would you not want him involved in anything? Yep. Think about who was on the other side of the fence. It wasn't me. But I've been there from day one. And I brought what I could to you guys from day one. And that's why and how we all got here. And they have nothing. They have nothing. They have so much of nothing. They have so much of nothing that all I had to do is just walk by her vehicle and she had to jump out and make a scene about it. Brandy from resistance to syphilis. Brandy from resistance to silence is wrong in what she did. I didn't do anything. I didn't film anybody. She can accuse me of whatever it is, which is what she does. She actually calls me a pedophile. What else do they got? They don't have proof. They got nothing. So why not throw that out there and see if it sticks? It doesn't. Whatever. So, what's up with that? Honestly, I don't know. I can't give you an answer to something I don't know. I don't know. But I know that his friend refuses to give me back my flag that I have, that everybody signed. I was given, and I'm the one that started that. I come with the flag, and I had Sharpies, and I asked people to sign it. And now I want it back so I can give it to Karen because it's hers. But somehow I don't have it. They don't have it, whatever. They won't give it to me. Holding it hostage. They're holding my flag hostage. How childish is that? I mean, really, all this stuff is childish. Brandy calls you, but why ain't we all supposed to be connected in some? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why would you want that? Why would you want Paul to leave, even if you didn't like him? Right? If you don't like him. I like Paul personally. I think he's a good guy. I think he went out of his way to do an amazing amount of work that actually worked out. And like you guys don't know, and maybe we should talk about that. The amount of time that Paul spent in regards to this movement. He owns a business, right? Oh my God. He owns a business. He donated massive amounts of food to all the people that were at the standout. He organized standouts. He got people together. He brought people together. He was an integral part to this movement. And the money that he raised, do we all forget about that, right? Remember the popcorn wars that he was having? That dude was selling popcorn in his sleep. I swear to God. He made Karen Read thousands of dollars for her legal defense fund, which obviously you can now see why she needed that much money, because look at what she's against. And Paul helped her. What did he do that was so bad? It again, makes no sense whatsoever. Yep, he did it. And I did the same thing. The Halloween thing. Remember the Halloween party? Raised big money for Karen. Star Driving. We were there. God love Erica Madden. Oh my God, that lady gave us her business. She gave us her business for the day. Think about that. Star Driving. We had more fun. A bunch of people that made stuff came. All the talented people out there brought their goods and gifts and came and sold them and donated the money that they made back to Karen. Why would you not want that to happen more? Why would you not embrace that and say, this is a good thing? because you personally have a problem with something and you're not an adult enough. You're not adult enough to just let it go. Really? You realize what we're trying to do here, right? And it's funny because people come all the way from wherever they come to meet me and to thank me for what I'm doing. And I keep doing what they thank me for. Same with Mike. This shit ain't easy, man. But we do our best. And when I go out there and I hold the camera and I talk to people and I interact with people, yeah. So last year I had an opportunity to help Karen out. I also another how can I put this one? Oh, so I get approached last year. What? Here you go. Do you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Last year, I got approached by HBO Films, and they asked me for my footage. They wanted to make a movie out of it. So I did. So I sold my footage. And they made a 5-part docuseries out of it using my footage. They used 18 minutes of my footage, and I got paid per second. That's about all you guys need to know about that. Second trial. Who do you think was out there filming? And who do you think they were? Who do you think was filming on the premise of them thinking they were going to be purchased? Also, thinking that their footage was going to be purchased. Not, So they try and run me out of town and make all this nonsense, and they send all these people at me. They send this one at me. They send that one at me. They run this one up at me. They run that one at me. They don't do it themselves. So whatever. It's funny. Every issue that's out there, every little issue, whatever bump is by somebody. For whatever reason, I don't know. But all of a sudden, one day they wake up and they just hate me out of the blue. So, like, you were my friend yesterday, but today, you're not. I didn't talk to you yesterday, so I don't understand. Like, stuff like that. So, I think the bigger picture is you people now need to see why and what. I just hope that all makes sense to you guys. Yeah. And I do. Donna, I do. And again, I don't do this for money. I do this for all you guys. You don't think I want to drop the camera and go around and hug people and jump up and down and give people high fives and go up to them and say, we did it, we did it, we did it? No. I didn't sit back and say, hey, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, I didn't say any of that. No. I'm worried about getting the shot for you guys with my phone. I'm worried about the reception. I'm worried about the stream getting kicked offline. I'm worried about the camera guy getting too close and getting smoked with his Wi-Fi. I'm worried about all this other stuff. Do I have everybody centered in the shot? I'm there for you guys. So I don't know what else, but I can say that Brandy from Resistance to Silence, because she's a member, caused a scene yesterday for no reason whatsoever except for drama. And Krusty McGinnis in chat from Resistance to Silence also. In my chat, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Brandy, you want to jump out and say stuff? Dude, go ahead. Have a field day. Knock yourself out. I'm going down here for breakfast. So, and not just that, and it goes back even further. When I allowed someone to use my footage, and then when I asked them not to use my footage, they got mad at me. They got mad at me for that. And I think that's where it all started, when I asked the guy, don't do this with what I'm doing. I'm out in the street with the camera, and he's using it to make money. And I said, listen, I don't care about that. I'm glad you're doing it, but don't cover up my name. He told me to go F myself. I'll do whatever I want. So I said, oh, really? Okay. So you're not using my footage anymore. And because I stopped that money income from him, they took over, and they took over and started that donation so they could stream that so that they could make money. Who was that? It all started from the guy who was here visiting. Tubby the Tuba guy. He was using my stuff and covering up my name, where it was coming from, like my banner. And I said, dude, don't cover my banner, please. It wasn't Paul. It wasn't Paul. So he covered up my banner, and then I asked him, don't cover my banner. He said, F you. I said, oh, okay. So then his source of money, yeah. So his source of revenue, he couldn't keep getting from me. So they decided they let him stream their stuff so that he could continue to make money. And it's funny because all I needed was an apology, and I would have let him stream my stuff again because I'm dumb like that. So, oh God, the stories you guys don't even know about, the stuff that goes on that you guys have no idea about, the nonsense they put me through. Yeah, RVA, we got that covered. You know, look at. Do you believe this? Somebody went up to his door, knocked on his door, and said, hey, blah, 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 to his wife, who's not involved in the movement in any way. When I say they, I'm saying they went out of their way to go and knock on Paul's wife's door and talk to her and fill her head with all sorts of stuff that probably wasn't true. Why would you do that to Paul? Why would you do that? Paul raised so much money. You know what our celebrations, Leanne? That's a great question, Leanne. Do we have a freedom celebration coming up? You know what? We do. We do. Jess is putting on a party. If you want to go, you need to buy tickets. But that is going to be a celebration party. Yeah. Somebody went and knocked on his wife's door and yip, 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 yip. Why? Because he didn't do what you wanted him to do, or that he was a threat and you got to get him out? So I think Paul said, I'm not playing this stupid nonsense high school stuff. And I think he just said, I'm out, tapped out. I don't want to be any part of this. And, honestly, I was kind of there too. Yeah. They put his name on a dating page and dragged him through the freaking mud. And then they went to his wife and showed him. Think about that. They put him on this dating page, wrote a whole bunch of nasty, horrible shit about him. They did with their fake accounts, all fake shit, all nonsense, all lies, blah 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 blah, and then went to his wife and said, "Hey, look at this. Tell me that's fair to Paul when he didn't do anything." Let me pull this up. So, like, if you want to respect anybody, you got to respect Paul. I don't see how you really can't. Just knowing what you know now, right? Think of what he did and still kept doing. So I respect Paul a lot. All right, there's a few tickets left. June 28th, there's a 90s glow in the dark, boots on the ground party. You need to talk to Jess if you have any questions about this. Date, time, it's in Middleborough. Born Standout presents 90s glow in the dark, boots on the ground party. A Karen Reed and Turtle Boy event. Pizza, wings, 90s snacks, bar, raffles, door prize winners, DJ, 50-50, merch tables, games, personalized chocolates, glow in the dark, and more. Organized by the Born Standout. So, you want a party? Here you go. This is where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be. You want to smoke? Come on down with us. We'll have a little smoke party going on. We'll have a little smoke circle. How's that? There's hotels nearby. So, like I suggest, if you want to go, you go to a hotel. And then Uber to this place. And then get an Uber back or have someone that's sober drive you back. Not a plea, and I'm sure there's people that will go. It's not, I mean, everybody's welcome. And again, everybody's welcome. It's not exclusive. It's not, shh, don't tell them this. Don't tell them that. So, all right. Everybody, have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you all for being here and for supporting me and Mike. Thank you all for the Venmos and the Cash Apps. Matter of fact, I got to say something here. Claire Brown. Thank you so very much. There's Joey Kane banging out memberships. Kitty Cat. I woke up to a message from Kitty Cat. She sent me a Venmo. Kitty Cat, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the Venmo. I'm touched. Really touched. So thank you. It was very nice to wake up to that. I just gotta say that. And yeah, I'm gonna continue to do what I do for you guys. And you know, if you guys saw this candy bar, it's just a wrapper on top of it. These are going to be sold at that party. All sorts of merch. There may even be some Seeking Justice merch. I'm just saying. So, with that said, you guys, I mean, again, Sherry and Leanne and Claire, I mean, I do this for you guys. I really do. I love you all very, very much. And we got more to come. A lot more to go, right? And just so you guys kind of know, all right? And how do I put this? I don't mean this in a bad way. But like, I don't want to be Brian. I sure don't want to be Aiden. I don't want to be the Clara. I don't want to be anybody but myself. Now, I respect all them other people I love all them other people. Saw Mike Crawford the other day. I like all them people. I don't have a problem with any of them people. Problem I think I have is I see the potential of if we all got together in one room. Come on in, bud. If we all came, in one room, the potential that we could do things is massive. Big time massive. That I think is kind of where my head goes. I mean, you put all these smart, creative, talented people in one room and you'd be amazed at what comes out. So one of my favorite nephews is here. So I'm gonna bail and see him. Everybody, I love you the best. I love you more. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the like, subscribe, and the thumbs up.
We free Karen Reed.
Yep, Karen Reed's free. City, you want to say hi?
You can say hi like over. You don't have to get on camera. Hello.
Yeah. You can be on camera? Want to say hi?
My mom. It's up to you.
It's up to you, bud.
You give away. Just quick way.
Yeah. My nephew. So, all right, everybody. We're going to go have fun. We'll do something. And maybe we'll do something this weekend. Maybe I'll have a call-in show for you guys. What do you think? Oh, Sherry, come on. I'll allow that just today. Lee Beach, thank you. Thank you for watching me from the start. FKR Buzz, Jessica, love you lots, my girl. You
Shout out to Beach Bum.
Yep.
Modding.
Beach Bum for Modern, but Jessica Fritz has done a lot too. She's a trooper.
Jess.
She stood out there 24 hours. We did a 24-hour standout and they got mad about that. Imagine that. They are all saying hi to you, bud.
Handsome devil,
So,
isn't he?
all right, everybody. You all have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend this weekend, and we'll keep your eye out. If you subscribe, you'll know when I go live. So there you go. How about that? And I also said I'm going to read that Howie Carr article, and I'll throw that up as a video so you guys can, if you don't want to read it, you'll be able to just hit click and play, and you'll be able to listen to it. Boo Boo, thank you for watching me. I love you from you're from the UK. This is love all the way over there. Yep. Monday we switch Justice for John. So, all right, everybody. If you have anything, please send an email to CPUTOM. Again, like, subscribe, and have fun. Love you all. See you later.